We are about to begin the procession of our graduates. They will be entering through the door in the back of the auditorium on the right-hand side. Please join us in welcoming our graduates to the stage. We made it, guys. All right, let's take a deep breath. How are you feeling? Oh, okay. We are going to try it collectively one more time. I feel like you could do a little better. How are you feeling? Okay. All right. It is with great pleasure that I welcome those who graduate this year with the Certificate of Massage Therapy and Asian Bodywork, the Associate of Applied Science, Holistic Health, our Master of Science, Traditional Oriental Medicine, our Master of Science in Acupuncture with Chinese Herbal Medicine Specialization, our Doctor of Acupuncture in Chinese Medicine, and our Doctor of Acupuncture with Chinese Herbal Medicine Specialization. I also want to take a moment to welcome our esteemed faculty, our loyal patients, our family and our friends, our fellow students and Pacific staff members who are both here and also virtually to honor and celebrate the achievements of these special adults who have chosen to be healers in this modern world using ancient and highly effective medicine and massage modalities. It truly does take a village. The support that each of you has provided is very instrumental in our graduate success. And on behalf of the entire Pacific community, we want to thank you. We are thrilled to have Pacific's president with us today. Malcolm Youngren has been with Pacific for 12 years. He began his presidency with Pacific about 4 years ago, and prior to that was our chief operating officer. I would like to invite President Youngren up for opening remarks.
My name is Malcolm Youngren, and I'm the president of Pacific College of Health and Science. It is a job that I love. It is a job that makes me so happy every day, and this is one of the happiest days of every year for me. My happiest day is watching everybody come in that first day, and as they enroll, and all the eyes and the excitement that they have, that they're going to join a community of healers and a community of practitioners. And now, a couple of years later, now they're at this point where their eyes are full of all joy again as they start to go out into the world and become that healer, that practitioner that they had dreamed about. So on behalf of the college, I would like to welcome our esteemed guests, our beloved faculty, supportive staff, loving family and friends, and most importantly, I would like to welcome the class of 2024. I want each one of you to think back to when this journey began. This journey that has brought you to today, the second day of August, here in California, and all that it took to get you here. I want you to think back to the passion, the vision that you had when you enrolled. Now, I want you to think about the friends, the colleagues, and the people that helped you along that way. I want you to have that spirit come inside you in terms of all that love that they gave you and all that love that you're going to give out. And finally, I want you to think about the patients that you have helped heal so far and the patients that you will heal in the future. That is why you're here. That is the moment we're in the United States and around the world where we need healers, where we need healing. And you will be the instruments. You will be the instruments of that healing, and it is so great to see. You are entering a lifelong community of healers, and this work is so needed. And so I want to welcome you. I want to welcome the class of 2024. Thank you, and I'll turn it over to our speakers.
Thank you, Malcolm. I would now like to introduce our keynote speaker for today, One of the founders of Pacific College, Dr. Richard Gold. Dr. Gold has been practicing traditional Chinese medicine for the past 46 years since he graduated from the New England School of Acupuncture in 1978, and he continues to love clinical practice today. Dr. Gold is one of the original 4 founders of Pacific College and served on the board and faculty of the college for over 20 years. He has published 2 books and contributed chapters to other books in the field of East Asian medicine. Along with his creative partner, Yuval Ron, they created a music production company, Meta Mindfulness Music, to produce music based on ancient wisdom traditions and modern neuroscience. The intention of this creative work is to produce high-quality music that supports healing, mindfulness, and loving kindness. There is no doubt that Dr. Richard Gold embodies the mission and values of Pacific College, and we are honored that he is here today to usher our new graduates into their own real-world journeys. Rick?
Good afternoon. Well, the energy in here is marvelous. I wish I could bottle it up and take it home. A heartfelt welcome to all our graduates, your families and friends, and our esteemed faculty and college staff. It is certainly an honor to be asked to present a keynote address, especially at an institution that I helped found, nurture, and where I served on the board and faculty for over 25 years. It's even more meaningful for me today as our daughter is a member of the graduating class. So to all of you here today to honor these graduates who are children, loved ones, and dear friends, I am one of you. I understand the arduous journey all of us have been on directly and indirectly, the sacrifices made, the tears, the triumphs, and now here we are at the finish line, which also happens to be the starting line of your professional careers. This doctorate program and the other programs that we're honoring today is certainly challenging enough intellectually, emotionally, physically, and time-wise at any time in history. But to do so during a global pandemic required additional focus, fortitude, courage, and discipline. I applaud and admire all of you. Today marks a significant milestone in your journey, a moment to pause, reflect, and celebrate the culmination of years of dedication, hard work, sleep deprivation, compassion, and unwavering commitment to the art of helping and guiding others. We stand united in acknowledging the profound impact each of you has had and will continue to have on countless lives in the global community. Throughout your academic and practical clinical endeavors, you have not only acquired knowledge and honed skills, but have embraced the profound responsibility that comes with aiding others on their paths to healing and self-discovery. I'm well aware that you have moments of doubt and worry. We all have these moments, not just about passing the boards, but also about your success in professional practice. I want to share with you what a wise mentor shared with me, and I quote, "Worry is the misuse of the imagination." Now, you might rightly consider worry to be the result of A, spleen Qi deficiency, or B, wood overwhelming earth, or kidney yang deficiency, not nourishing the spleen fire, or D, all of the above. But let's further consider this idea of the misuse of the imagination. This puts us, the worrier, in a position of agency and power. Namely, we have the capacity to have a proper use of our imaginations. This shift will not only mitigate your worry, but will liberate you and open a vast palette of options and opportunities. And so whenever you feel yourself slipping into a whirlpool of worry, I encourage you to use your imagination and willpower to to imagine what you do want to achieve and what you do want to accomplish. And in the wisdom of our medicine, in the answer to a potential board exam question, use your jur, which is nourished by your kidneys, and it's the mind's determination which can guide it in a certain direction and control its activity. Now, you all have learned the same information and successfully passed all the required tests to graduate. You have logged the required clinic hours and utilized the practical application of the knowledge you have absorbed to help others. Soon, you will all pass your licensing exams, and as we used to say in days gone by, hang your shingle, or now we would have to say build your website and your online profile, but certainly establish your professional practice. And now begins a test of a different magnitude, building your careers and loving what you have worked so hard to achieve. So what can help ensure your success? We can strengthen our potential for success and fulfillment by striving to control and deepen aspects of ourselves that are conducive to becoming effective healers. Using the terminology of our tradition, we seek to advance our self-cultivation. Furthermore, we seek to refine our artistry, our ability to establish an immediate and intuitive encounter with a human being we are honored to serve. This level of artistry is called the penetrating divine illumination, wherein we are able to perceive the essence of another human being. Our medicine, although based on ancient wisdom, is also an evolving field, and effective practitioners engage in ongoing learning and professional development to stay informed about new research, techniques, and best practice. Please see yourself as lifelong learners. Practitioners ideally have a deep understanding of their own emotions, biases, and reactions. Self-awareness enables us to manage countertransference, maintain objectivity, and provide effective treatment. In this regard, I strongly recommend establishing a daily meditation practice to strengthen this self-awareness. Embody the wisdom you seek to impart to the best of your abilities. Remember that according to our tradition in East Asian medicine, that the highest expression of healing is not technique, nor describing the correct herbal formula or treatment protocol, which clearly are invaluable, but by inspiring our clients and our patients to make the changes in their own lives that will support their return to balance and health by the example we set in our own lives and we fully embody and express. As we develop these personal attributes, and it is an ongoing process, you will experience the satisfaction of building a strong practice, and that your patients will enthusiastically refer their families and friends to you for treatment. I encourage you to be acutely aware that we are still co-creating this profession in the Western world. When I started out as a graduate of acupuncture school in 1978, there was literally no profession to even enter into. Myself and none of our classmates even talked about starting a professional practice. It wasn't on our radar. How naive we were. How enthusiastic we were, though, too. Now there is an established profession, yet there is still so much to be accomplished for our medicine to reach a fuller potential of the value we can offer society. You are all part of the next generation of leaders and influencers. You are culture ambassadors in bringing the remarkable benefits of our medicine to a wider and wider audience of people that can and will benefit from the skills and the loving kindness you possess. Please know that you are not in competition with each other, nor with more established practitioners. To have meaningful work through service to others is a blessing and a higher calling. You stand on the threshold of a career that will enrich your life in untold ways and impact a multitude of people in the fulfillment of their own lives and destinies. And so in conclusion, congratulations on your academic achievements, your personal growth, and may you each be a blessing to your communities as you bring healing energy and compassion to the multitudes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick. Now to introduce our first student speaker, I would like to invite up our Institutional Dean of Massage, Deborah Russ.
All right. Hello, everyone. Are we hot? Yeah, I thought so. Let's see. I'm in here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So I would like to do a very nice intro. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce the Certificate in Massage Therapy Asian Bodywork speaker, Rochelle Haas Halsell. Rochelle showed a passion for holistic health and wellness and dedicated herself to embracing, did I get choked up? It's a massage in me. All right. Therapeutic touch and traditional Asian bodywork. Her time at Pacific College is equipped with her deep understanding of anatomy, physiology, and various massage modalities, enabling her to provide others with a balanced and holistic approach to healing. Rochelle is committed to well-being and having a compassionate practice. When I asked Rochelle to provide a bio for this introduction, she sent me this statement. I quote, "I'm passionate about getting massages, and it is my purpose to provide them as well." I think this sums up Rachel perfectly, and her business is called Real Hands Massage, LLC. She is a passionate individual and an excellent representation for her graduating class. Ladies and gentlemen, students, please welcome Rochelle Moss Halsell.
Hello. Hi, everybody. So, yes, my name is Rochelle Moss Halsell, and I was in a massage therapy program. Took me almost 2 years to finish because I went part-time, but we're here now. Yay. So, first off, congratulations to all my classmates who are here. We did it. I am so incredibly proud of all of us for making the decision to further our education and answer the calling to help heal humanity. A huge thank you to everyone who supported us and cheered us on along the way. My classmates and I sincerely appreciate and thank the people who came to be by our side and watch us walk across the stage. Thank you. Some of you all have probably been with us since preschool graduation, and others we probably just met this year, but who knows? It's really wonderful how timelines work. So now let's all also show appreciation for the people who would have wanted to be here, and let's let them all know telepathically that we feel their loving energy. Alrighty. This is a pivotal moment in our lives because we're now on our way to living out our dreams, whether we're going into our very first career, second, or third. Some of us have started businesses, some are now working for establishments, some might be still trying to figure it out. Either way, we took the first step and did not give up until we got to the finish line. We're all on our way with our own unique individual soul missions. I'm so excited for all of us. So just reflecting now, I remember the first term of school, and the teachers were hitting us hard with the anatomy terms. You guys remember that? They were hitting us with like the greater trochanter, medial malleolus, tibial tuberosity, clavicle. I was like, whoa, what? I was so frustrated, and I just wished and even suggested that they would use simpler terms since we were just starting out. Now, shout out to my first term TUI-NA teacher, Irene Radley. Okay, so when I suggested to her that we use these simpler terms, she just ignored it pretty much and continued to drill it into us. I remember asking her one time, Irene, Now, seriously, has anybody ever asked you to grasp their supraspinatus? And I believe her answer was no, but that was besides the point. The point was that we knew what it meant, and we needed to know how to communicate like this in a healthcare field. Now I get it. And for those of you who have no idea what a supraspinatus is, it's the muscle superior to the spine of the scapula. You got it? But it were those first term classes like Tuina, Owen theory, and Swedish that were setting us up for what was to come, even though I didn't realize it in a moment. I even questioned if I was even fit for this because it just felt so overwhelming. Now, a couple of terms later, a memory that stood out to me was in Dean Deb's kinesiology class. I don't even know if I was supposed to be in that class yet, but I went for it. I was basically a deer in headlights the first few classes when she would quiz us on the actions of each muscle. It was there that it was really ingrained in us, the words like flexion, extension, abduction. I wasn't even sure why all that even mattered, but now I know that if someone says they're having a hard time moving their body in a certain way, we now know which muscles that we need to work on. Now, Dean Deb is such a plethora of knowledge, so patient, fun, interactive, and most of all, perceptive. She would catch on my face every time when I didn't comprehend what we were talking about, and would really take the time to make sure that we all understood. What a journey. I also remember how nervous we all felt when it came to our first term midterms, whether we were going to be tested on the different bones and muscles, the different points and meridians, the massage protocols from the different modalities, and whatever else was coming up. I remember so clearly how we studied so hard and tested each other up until the day of. I remember the feelings of relief that we would have once we were done because we knew we did a great job, and we would secretly ask each other how we did. I am so thankful to Pacific College of Health and Science for how they truly prepared us for success. I was able to use what I learned right away from first term to last term, practicing with friends and family, and slowly started building my own business. I've gotten so much positive feedback from people, and it's hugely a part of what this school has taught us. It's amazing to really see it all tied together. And it's not just about business success, but it's also for emotional and mental longevity by integrating Qigong and Tai Chi into the curriculum. Shout out to Jeff, who went from teacher's aide to teacher. I believe, again, it was his first Tai Chi class that he taught that I was in, so hats off to him. He did a fine job. All right. Now, also, thank you to all the teachers like Sierra, Becky, Irene, Dan, and Shari, who took the time to really ground us and center us before the start of each lesson. Those practices really do help expel busy energy and get us clear so that we can produce optimal performance, especially in the career paths that we're choosing. Now, in my last term, I'm also very appreciative of our practice management course and clinic shift. Practice management hits the ground running on day one and has us reflect on why we got into our profession. That goes into us developing our actual business plan and hones into what our brand is really about. It taught us to get familiar with budgeting, insurance, taxes, you name it, it was covered. By the time I was putting my website together, I already had about 90% of it done because of the class assignments that we did. My website, realmassagehands.com. Thank you to my practice management teacher, Sherry, for her expertise in the subject. Now, many, many thanks to my deep tissue teacher and clinic supervisor, Kathy Hope. Thank her so much for her calm demeanor when I would either start class or my shift looking way too wound up. I appreciate her passion for massage and her ways of just making things easier. She would validate me when I would get to overthinking and reassure me that I was doing a good job. We really have been surrounded by a community of well-educated faculty with so much experience and who are willing to share so openly how they did it and how they do it. There's really no way we can fail. I really apologize if I miss anybody's names, but please know that you've made your print in my mind and I can hear your voices when I'm trying to think through the best way to help a client. So anyway, to the graduating class of 2024, I encourage all of us to go out there and make our mark. We've been given the tools, so now it's time for us to make the best of it. We did not stumble across this path for no reason. You listened to your intuition and reached out to the school when you were told to. And that's because the world needs us. We were chosen. I truly believe that. Hats off to you for taking a risk, even though it seemed scary or questionable or outside the box. Your life is your story. There's only you on this planet, and there's enough opportunity for all of us to live happy and fulfilling lives. We just have to take action in the direction that we want to go. From there, we live a life of flow and not force, because things are aligning for us. Like my dad always says, trust that everything is happening for our greatest good. Now, I do actually want to thank my dad, who flew in from Pennsylvania, my mom, my husband, my 2 kids, my stepmom, and my closest friends for always believing in me. I know that sounds cliche, but seriously, for seeing in me what I couldn't see in myself sometimes, and for reminding me that I am wonderful and worthy, and reminding me that I have what it takes. I sincerely hope you all have somebody like this in your lives, and if you don't, I will be that person and remind you. Now, quickly, for something unrelated, we're almost done. Happiest birthday to my husband, Panache Housel. He's been with me for more than half of my life and has been my rock and anchor. I couldn't be more in awe to share my graduation with his birthday. And I love that all this going on right now is during Leo season, which means that we're in a spirit of courage, power, confidence, and passion. Let's go. So I am going to conclude this now. I know the school took a chance on me asking me to give this speech because I can be very long-winded, but I had this guide here to help me out. All right. Like most speeches, I'm going to end this with a quote that I hold near and dear to my heart. It's not very deep, but it's by Maya Angelou. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. So go ahead and take what we've learned and just go ahead and be yourself doing it. You'll be fine, I promise. All right, so stay proud of yourself, you guys. Like yourself, love yourself, and be what success means to you. Thank you.
All right. Now I would like to introduce our acupuncture academic dean of graduate studies, Dr. Valerie Razudis, who will be introducing our acupuncture student speaker.
It is my honor to introduce your graduate speaker, Dr. Savannah Cryer. In keeping with Savannah's general humility, she sent me a very short bio, so I'm going to have to expand on it. Savannah Cryer is a graduate of the doctorate program in acupuncture and Chinese medicine. Originally embarking on a career as a chef, Savannah's passion for nourishing both body and soul through food led her to explore deeper avenues of healing and wellness. This journey ultimately brought her to Pacific College of Health and Science. During her time at PCHS, Savannah served as the president of the Student Council, where she worked on initiatives for furthering education and advocacy among her peers. Outside of her academic commitments, she dedicated herself to studying 5-element acupuncture under the guidance of her mentor, our very own Dr. Brian Bender. She's excited to continue her professional journey by establishing her own practice and aspires to one day teach 5-element acupuncture, sharing her knowledge and passion with future generations of practitioners. Seeing how short this bio was, I reached out to Savannah's community to get some inspiration. And I asked you how Savannah's participation in our community has impacted you and your general impression. Very, very consistent feedback. Kind, compassionate, intuitive, an excellent leader, and an excellent listener. And my very, very favorite, magical. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me with welcoming Dr. Savannah Cryer.
It truly felt like today was never going to come, or at least that it was going to take another 10 years. But somehow, we're here. Somehow all of the long hours of studying, falling asleep to flashcards, waking up with stickers on the channels of our arms and our legs, the brain fog from staring at a screen for too long, it got us all here today. So let's take a momentary sigh of relief, relieve the liver cheese stagnation. I know some of us are already in the middle of passing boards, and some of us are going to be finishing in December, but right here, right now, we're together, and we did it. So congratulate yourself on what you've accomplished. Most of us started this program, at least in the acupuncture one, about 4 years ago during a crazy time in the world. A world where it was full of fear and isolation, but a world that desperately needed healthcare workers. And I can say, at least for myself, that that was not the easiest time to start a grad program. And the first few terms were some of the most hardest. It brought a lot of questions of, can I do this? Can I study this much? Am I smart enough? Can I get through a program like this? But then something started to shift. Over the next few terms, the faces in the classrooms began to be familiar. And then study groups were formed. And then study groups became friend groups, filled with laughter and tears. And then what I realized is that what got us through was actually each other. It was the "you got this" text before a big exam, a smile across the classroom during a difficult lecture, shared giggles in the hallways. It was a hug after a long day in the clinic. It was cheering each other on in the Zoom chat box after giving an awkward presentation, which, hint, I'm gonna need that today, guys. You see, I thought I was going to school for my classes to teach me how to care for my patients, but really it was all of you who taught me. So for that, you all forever have my heart. And of course, we couldn't have done it without our teachers. And don't worry, I already reassured everybody that this won't sound anything like my exit interview. But in all seriousness, on behalf of all of us, I want to thank all of the faculty and the staff, the professors, the TAs, the supervisor clinics, clinic supervisors, and our mentors. Thank you. All of you guys. Thank you for guiding us through, for supporting us, for transmitting this medicine to us. Thank you for holding our hand when it was all too overwhelming, and also for knowing when to let go so that we can start to fly on our own. I ask you all that you remember to do that over the next few phases when we're passing boards and starting our practices, when undoubtedly we will start to second guess ourselves. The imposter syndrome sets in. Be there to remind us that we are ready. We have studied, we have shadowed, we have practiced, and although we will continue to learn from our teachers, now is our time to step into the medical field. Earlier, I spoke of a time when the world needed healthcare professionals, and that time has not passed. In fact, the world may need us now more than ever. So, on this day, as we celebrate the completion of our studies, we also embrace a great responsibility. We are now a part of the healthcare field, and it is our duty to be leaders within it. We must foster growth, reformation, and integration, not only in our own respective fields of acupuncture, massage, and nursing, but into the entirety of the medical field. And we each have such unique ways to bring that forth. I know much of that has come through this program. It's changed us all in ways that I won't begin to attempt to express here through words. But what I will say is this: may it be expressed in our treatment rooms, in our clinics, in the ways that we engage with our families and our communities, in the research that we conduct, and in the policy that we implement. May it be expressed in the ways that we infiltrate reform into a system that is in such dire need of our help. I want to share a quote with you all from a beloved book that we all know very well by now, the Tao Te Ching, from chapter 54. Cultivate virtue in your own person, and it becomes a genuine part of you. Cultivate it in the family, and it will abide. Cultivate it in the community, and it will live and grow. Cultivate it in the state, and it will flourish abundantly. Cultivate it in the world, and it will become universal. It has been one of my greatest honors to learn with all of you as we have cultivated ourselves through this medicine. And now it is an honor to stand beside all of you, class of 2024, as we go out to cultivate virtue within our practices and our communities. Together, we have the power to transform the world through our practices and through our compassion. So let us do that. But first, let us celebrate. Congratulations, class of 2024. We did it!
Thank you, Savannah. Now, I hope y'all are ready. We are now at the much-awaited portion of our program, the conferral of diplomas and certificates to our graduates. I would like to welcome back up Dr. Valerie Rizudis.
Are you ready? Michelle Carbolito. Tasha Ash. TJ Hollis. Abigail Romero. Sasha Pito. Keenan McGuckin. Malia Scott. Gabriel Alcala. Alejandro Angel. Sean Spring. Giselle Antes Corpus. Megan Fleming. Marilyn Lee Maloney. Shane Damon. Michael Romero. Nicholas Brinkerhoff. Alexis Ariza. Sarah Brown. Alessandra Marquez. Brandy Blanco. Andrea Valderrama. Rochelle Moss Halsell. Jessica Cortez. Arpy Broussard. Gianna Quicho. Helena Eason. Danette Sierra. Dane Undheim. Silviano Romero. Arturo Montenegro. Thank you so much, Dean Russ, Dan Halping. Joining us in the conferring of the acupuncture degrees, Dr. Lang Tang Ritchie and Dr. Amy Lathrop. Master Avery Friedman.
Okay, you earned it.
Master Chantal Camille Minoso. Master Abigail M. Sand. Master Carrie Wilds. Dr. Alfredo Salazar, Jr. Alfredo is a graduate of both of our programs. Dr. Amy Pryor. Dr. Danielle Becker. Dr. Brielle Rice. Two graduates for the price of one. Jennifer Truong, Dr. Jennifer Truong Tai. Dr. Robin Jones. Dr. Quinn Ronkarati Jia. Dr. Allison Hahn. Dr. Alana Lieb. Dr. Allah Gold. Dr. Ilda Racinto. Dr. Nico Detra. Dr. Ella Mallory. Dr. Regina Paskoff. Dr. Julie Roldan. Dr. Shrinda Gamash. Dr. Mesra H. Dr. Austin Rich.
All right. I can totally do this one.
Dr. Herman Sugiura Talamantes. Dr. Angela Maddock. Dr. Rebecca Faith Dawson Stogstill. Dr. Sonia Lokensgaard. Dr. Cara May Vasco. Dr. Nicole Reed. Dr. Julie Grodsky. Dr. Elise Lasco. Dr. L.J. Sporbert. Dr. Heidi Killinger.
It's right here.
Dr. Tabitha Hannon. Dr. Jaimini Bhakta. Dr. Carly Shaloub. Dr. Elaine Soto. Dr. Ken Tan Mayer. Dr. Victoria Lagi. Dr. Francesca Serraino Fiori. Dr. Adriana Camelio. Dr. Rebecca Cho. Dr. Megan Michelle Harrington. Dr. Rico Valentino Zavalli. Dr. Erica Danielle March Zavalli. Dr. Brooke Wilkeson. Dr. Carly Christensen. Dr. Jacqueline Casas. Dr. Christine Kim. Dr. Gabriela Kiever. Dr. Amy Rodriguez. Dr. Carly Carone. I don't want to find out. Dr. Brenna Pallon. They just keep coming. Dr. Victoria Schaefer. Dr. Allison Henley. May. Oh, God. Look at that. Dr. Christine May Nastasio. Dr. Olivia Xiujin Feng. Dr. Lauren Neese. Dr. Devin Avery Ho. Dr. Maria Benzanillo Cubios. Dr. Melanie Zener. Dr. Oksana Ogiwara. Dr. Lindsay Moradian. Dr. Grace Rigo. Dr. Christine Rincon. Dr. Savannah Cryer. Dr. Jackie Leimbach Caputo. Dr. April Coughlin. Dr. Julie Kramer. Dr. Alexis Parsons. Dr. Amy Pennock Rodriguez. Dr. Morgan Zapalak. Dr. Amy Roberts. Dr. Lisa Dustin. We're going to wait one moment for Dr. Dustin to get back to her chair. Graduates, please join your colleagues by moving your tassels from the right side to the left side.
Congratulations, graduates. I don't know if you could see it, but you were making your dean cry over here. Happy tears. Happy tears. The final portion of our ceremony today will be the reciting of the practitioner's oath. The oath is found in your program should you want to follow along. To recite the oath, I would like to introduce our Vice President of Clinic Education and Operations, Dr. Lang Tang Ritchie.
I need to put it down. Congratulations. The practitioner's oath provides a framework for a medical code of ethics. The time-honored lines remind us of the gravity of our responsibility as healers and as practitioners. Please join me in reciting a modified version of the Hippocratic Oath. If you have a program, it is on the second to the last page. If you do not have a program, you can follow along. Okay, let's make this official. I solemnly promise, as a care provider, to practice my profession to the best of my ability. I will use my knowledge and skills to aid in the prevention, diagnosis, and effective treatment of diseases. I will try to help those in my care to understand disease, treatment, and prognosis. I will encourage those I care for to participate in decisions relating to their lives. I will endeavor to alleviate their fears and recognize that occasionally, the most meaningful treatment may be to listen with kindness and understanding. I will treat others with dignity and will give them the respect and privacy which I would hope to receive. I will keep others' trust and preserve confidentiality. I will understand that a person's sense of self-esteem is essential to their good health. I will value life even as I must also strive to understand the process of dying. I will respect the wisdom of my teachers and will share my knowledge with others. I will strive to further my education and develop habits that promote further intellectual growth. I will be proud enough to practice to the best of my ability and remain humble enough to call for assistance when beneficial. I will encourage and cooperate with all others providing care so that they may perform their duties effectively and with consideration. I will live for the good of people rather than for things. I desire that my empathy will never be subservient to my skill and knowledge. I see my ability to be a gift to be shared with humanity. It is my extreme pleasure to welcome you as colleagues. Congratulations.
Graduates, we are all so very proud of each and every one of you. I think we should give them one final round of applause. We have some very creative families. Love it. I love that. All right, y'all, before we end today's ceremony, I would like to take a very brief moment to thank our Pacific College volunteers who contributed their time and talents to ensure today's ceremony was a success. I would especially like to thank our Director of Student Services, Elaine Elefano. If you didn't know, Elaine led this commencement crew. She has wrangled us all. She has just figured out every little detail, warred within herself of every little detail to make sure you guys had the most perfect ceremony you could possibly have. So Elaine, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you today in this venue, and we are so greatly appreciative from the bottom of all of our hearts. Thank you so much. All right, grads, we are going to be assembling for a formal photograph. So before any of you get up, we are going to invite your friends and your family to get up and to exit out the back towards the lobby. We know y'all want to hug your graduates. They're going to be right out there. So thank you again for coming today. Graduates, stay put.